Hello everyone, and welcome to Fluent English Journey. I am very happy to have you here today. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast so you can receive new English tips and ideas every single day. This podcast is made to help you practice English in a calm and easy way while also learning useful lessons about life. My name is Jara, and I truly appreciate that you are spending your time with me today. It does not matter where you are right now. Maybe you are walking outside and enjoying the fresh air. Maybe you are cooking food in your kitchen. Maybe you are sitting quietly at home, or maybe you are lying down and relaxing after a long day. Wherever you are, thank you for choosing Fluent English Journey. You have many options, but you chose to be here, and that means a lot to me. I also want to say a big thank you for your support. Many of you send kind messages, comments, and feedback. When I read your words, I feel motivated and encouraged. Your messages show me that this podcast is not only helping you improve your English, but it is also helping you in your studies, your work, your confidence, and your daily life. Because of you, I continue creating these episodes. You are the reason this journey continues. Today's episode is about a very powerful idea. It is an idea that can change how you see yourself and how you see your life. It can help you grow in your career, your education, your personal dreams, and even your relationships with others. Today, we are talking about the psychology of winners. In simple words, we are talking about how successful people think. Have you ever asked yourself why some people keep moving forward even when life becomes very difficult? Why do some people stay hopeful even after failing many times? Why do some people learn from problems while others stop trying? The answer is not only about action. It is about mindset. Success begins inside the mind. But before we go deeper, let's ask an important question. What does it really mean to be a winner? When we hear the word winner, we often think about sports, competitions, or games. We imagine someone who comes first, someone who gets a medal, a trophy, or the highest score. But being a winner is not just about winning prizes. It is much deeper than that. A true winner is someone who does not give up easily. Even when things are hard, even when mistakes happen, a winner keeps going. Winners learn from failure instead of feeling ashamed of it. They understand that mistakes are part of growth. They stay positive and believe that improvement is always possible. Winners also work consistently. They practice, they prepare, and they try their best every day. They set clear goals and take small steps toward them. Most importantly, winners believe in themselves. They trust that they can achieve something meaningful, even if it takes time and patience. In today's episode, we will explore how winners think and act. We will talk about how they see problems, how they respond to failure, and how they build strong habits. You will learn how to think like a winner so you can move closer to your own goals in life. When we hear the word success, many people think about money, big jobs, expensive cars, or beautiful houses. But success is not only about these things. In Fluent English Journey, we talk about a deeper and more meaningful kind of success. A true winner is someone who continues even when life feels heavy. A true winner keeps learning, keeps growing, and keeps moving forward step by step. For example, a student who studies every day, even when it feels boring or difficult, is a winner. A parent who works hard to give their children a better future is also a winner. A person who fails many times but refuses to quit is a winner. Even someone who chooses kindness in a difficult world is a winner. Throughout this episode, we will answer important questions. How do winners see challenges? What do they do after failure? How do they stay strong inside when everything feels uncertain? By the end, you will understand how successful people turn problems into lessons and how they build habits that support their growth. Do not worry. You do not need to change your whole life today. Small steps are enough. Simple actions taken daily can create big change over time. As you listen, you will also improve your English listening skills naturally and comfortably. So now, Take a deep breath with me. Relax your mind. Open your heart to new ideas. Let's begin this journey into the mindset of winners. Let's discover how successful people think and how you can become one too, one small step at a time. For one person, success may mean living a peaceful and happy life with their family. For another person, success might be making good friends and feeling connected to others. For someone else, success could be learning new skills, gaining knowledge, or helping people in need. There is no single definition of success that fits everyone. That is why, before you decide what success means to you, it is important to stop and think deeply about your own life. Ask yourself some honest questions. What truly matters to me? What kind of life do I want to build? What are my dreams? What achievements will make me feel proud when I look back at my life? What kind of person do I want to become? When you answer these questions, you begin to understand your own values. And when you know your values, you can define success in your own way. This personal meaning of success will guide you and help you become a true winner in your own life. In this episode, we focus on how successful people think and act. The biggest difference between winners and others is not luck or talent. It is mindset. Successful people understand that life is not always smooth or easy. They know that problems, mistakes, and failures are a normal part of the journey. But instead of feeling hopeless, they choose to learn from these moments. When winners fail, they do not say, "I am not good enough." Instead, they ask powerful questions like, "What can I learn from this experience?" or "How can I improve next time?" This way of thinking helps them grow stronger and wiser. Failure becomes a teacher, not an enemy. Winners also build strong and positive habits. Habits are small actions we repeat every day, often without thinking. These small actions shape our future. For example, if your goal is to improve your English, practicing a little every day is much better than studying once in a while. Winners choose habits that support their goals. They plan their time, stay organized, and take care of both their body and mind. These habits give them energy, focus, and strength during difficult times. Another important quality of winners is self-belief. Winners believe that they can improve with effort and patience. They understand that progress takes time. This belief gives them courage when they feel tired or discouraged. Even when the world feels heavy, they keep going because they trust themselves. In today's episode, you are learning simple ways to think and act like a winner. You are learning how to stay strong inside, even when life outside feels challenging. Remember, success is not a race against others. It is your own personal journey. You are free to choose your path and define what winning means to you. Success looks different for everyone. For one person, success might mean building a big company. For another, success could be speaking English with confidence. For someone else, success might be raising kind children, staying healthy, or helping their community. All of these are real and meaningful forms of success. That is why comparing your life to someone else's life is not helpful. Your journey is unique. Your success is valuable, even if it looks different from others. Let me share a few simple stories to make this idea clearer. First, imagine a man who grows up in a small village. He does not have much money or many opportunities. Life is hard for him. But he works honestly and learns new skills. He opens a small shop and slowly improves his situation. Year after year, he keeps going, even when progress is slow. One day, he becomes the first person in his village to send his children to college. Is he very rich? Maybe not. But is he successful? Yes, absolutely. He created a better future for his family. That is the mindset of a true winner. Now, think about a young woman who is very shy. For many years, she is afraid to speak in front of others. She feels her voice is not important. But one day, she decides to change. She starts with small steps. She speaks a little in meetings. She joins a speaking group. She makes mistakes, but she keeps practicing. After 2 years, she stands on a stage and speaks confidently in front of 200 people. She may not be famous, but she is a winner because she faced her fear and grew stronger. Here is one more example. Imagine a teenager preparing for a very difficult exam. While others are playing games or watching TV, he studies every day. Even when he feels tired, he does not stop. He stays focused on his goal. When exam day arrives, he passes with a great score. This success did not come from luck. It came from discipline, effort, and belief. That teenager is a winner. These stories teach us an important lesson. Winning is not about being perfect or better than everyone else. Winning is about growth, effort, and staying true to your goals. Anyone can become a winner if they choose the right mindset and take small, consistent steps forward. For him, this is success. He worked hard, stayed patient, and slowly turned his dreams into reality. That is what a true winner does. All of these stories teach us the same lesson. Success is about effort, courage, and patience. It is not only about winning prizes or having a lot of money. Real success comes from working hard, learning from mistakes, and never giving up. Always remember this: your life is your own journey. Your success will not look exactly like someone else's success, and that is completely okay. What matters most is that you keep moving forward, step by step, at your own pace. Today, we talked about what success really means and how winners think. We learned that winners do not quit when life becomes difficult. Instead, they see problems as opportunities to grow. They believe in themselves and continue trying, even after failure. If you want to become successful, the first step is to start thinking like a winner. Believe that you can improve. Believe that you can learn something new every day. Set small goals and work toward them slowly and consistently. Thank you for listening today. I hope these stories give you strength and motivation to keep going, no matter what challenges you face. Always remember, success is your own story. You are the winner of your own life. Now, let us look at one more example of success. Imagine a teenager who wants to pass a very difficult exam. While other students are playing games or watching television, this teenager studies every day. Even when he feels tired or discouraged, he continues. He studies for weeks, months, and maybe even years. He works hard and refuses to quit. Finally, he passes the exam and gets into the school or job he dreamed of. This is also success. This is also what it means to be a winner. As you can see, success is not always about money, fame, or perfection. Success is about progress. It is about becoming a little better each day. It is about standing up again after you fall. It is about trying one more time, even when you feel scared, tired, or unsure. A winner is not always the fastest person or the smartest person in the room. A winner is someone who keeps showing up, someone who keeps trying, someone who gives their best effort again and again. Now, I want to ask you an important question. What does success mean to you? Take a moment and think about it. Is success for you learning English confidently? Is it finding a good job? Maybe it is being a caring parent, a loyal friend, or a helpful neighbor. Maybe success means living a peaceful life or helping people who need support. There is no wrong answer. Your definition of success belongs to you. As we continue, remember this clearly: you do not need to be rich to be successful. You do not need to be famous to be a winner. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. Keep learning. Keep believing that growth is always possible. Every small step matters. Every effort brings you closer to your own version of success. Now let us talk about something very important: the way winners think. Many people believe that successful people are just lucky. Some say they are rich because they were born into wealthy families. Others think successful people have special talent or strong connections. But this is not the full truth. The real difference between successful people and others is not money, family, or talent. The real difference is inside the mind. The way you think every day shapes your life. This way of thinking is called a mindset. A mindset is simply how you see yourself and the world around you. You can imagine it like a pair of glasses. If your glasses are dirty, everything looks dark and difficult. But if your glasses are clean, you can see clearly and feel hopeful. In the same way, a negative mindset makes growth very hard. A positive and open mindset makes growth possible. Psychologists, people who study the human mind, talk about two main types of mindset. These are called the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. These ideas were explained by a famous psychologist named Carol Dweck. Do not worry about the name. We will keep everything simple and easy to understand. First, let us talk about the fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that abilities cannot change. They think, I am either good at something or I am not. They believe failure means they are not good enough. For example, imagine a student who gets a low score in English. If that student has a fixed mindset, they might say, I am bad at English. I will never improve. Because of this belief, they stop trying. This way of thinking closes the door to growth. And this is where winners think differently. Now let us look at the opposite way of thinking, called the growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe something very important. They believe that skills and abilities can grow with time, effort, and practice. If they do not know something today, they say, that is okay. I can learn it tomorrow. If they fail, they do not quit forever. Instead, they learn from the experience, try again, and become stronger. Let us use the same example again. Imagine a student who gets a bad grade in English. With a growth mindset, the student does not say, I am bad at English. Instead, they think, I did not do well this time, but I can practice more and improve. They continue studying. They ask questions. They work harder. Slowly, over time, they get better. This way of thinking helps winners succeed because it turns failure into learning. So remember, your mindset is very powerful. It can either help you move forward or hold you back. The good news is this: you're not stuck with one mindset forever. You can change the way you think. You can choose thoughts that help you grow and improve. The student with a growth mindset says, this is not the result I wanted, but now I know what I need to work on. I will try again. That is the mindset of a winner. When we say winners think differently, we mean they choose a growth mindset. They do not stop when life becomes hard. They do not quit just because they make mistakes. For winners, mistakes are a natural part of learning. To winners, failure is not the end of the road. Failure is feedback. It is information that shows them what to fix and how to improve. Let us look at some real-life examples. First example, business. Imagine someone who wants to start a small business. At the beginning, things are difficult. Their first idea may fail. They might even lose some money. A person with a fixed mindset might say, I failed. I am not good at this. I should stop. But a person with a growth mindset thinks differently. They say, this did not work, but I learned something important. Next time, I will do better. Because of this thinking, they keep going. Step by step, they improve and move closer to success. Second example, sports. A new player might lose many games at first. A fixed mindset says, I am terrible at this. I should quit. But a growth mindset asks, what can I improve next time? So the player practices more, listens to the coach, watches their mistakes, and learns from them. Slowly, each loss becomes a lesson, and each lesson brings them closer to winning. Another very important part of how winners think is positive thinking. Positive thinking does not mean winners are always happy or smiling. Winners feel tired, sad, scared, and frustrated just like everyone else. The difference is they do not let negative thoughts control their actions. When something bad happens, winners do not only complain. They look for solutions. When they feel afraid, they still take action. They talk to themselves in a kind and encouraging way. They say things like, "I can do this, I am learning, and I will get stronger." This kind of self-talk gives them energy and courage. So winners think with a growth mindset and positive thinking. They see challenges as chances to learn. They believe in their ability to improve. They do not stop after failure. Instead, they use failure to become stronger. If you want to become a winner, start by changing how you think. Try to see mistakes as lessons. Speak to yourself with kind and supportive words. Remember, success does not come from trying once. It comes from trying again and again. Positive thinking is also about believing in the future. Even when today feels difficult, winners believe that tomorrow can be better if they keep moving forward. Winners do not have all the answers. This is very important to understand. They do not always know what will happen next. They do not always have a perfect plan. But they believe in their ability to handle whatever comes. They tell themselves, "I may not have all the answers today, but I can find them." This belief gives them courage. Instead of stopping, they take one small step forward. And here is something very important. This way of thinking is not magic. You are not born with it. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned and practiced. You can train your mind to think like a winner. It starts with small changes in your thoughts. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I can try." Instead of saying, "I'm not smart," say, "I can learn." Instead of saying, "I always fail," say, "I am still learning and I will improve." These small changes may seem simple, but over time, they create big results. So the next time you face a problem, pause for a moment and ask yourself, how can I think like a winner in this situation? Maybe it means looking for the lesson. Maybe it means staying calm. Maybe it means trying one more time even after failing. Whatever it is, always remember this. Growth is possible. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. Remember this clearly. Successful people are not superhuman. They are normal people, just like you. The difference is that they train their minds to think in a powerful and helpful way. They choose growth. They stay positive. And they never stop learning. Now let us go a little deeper and talk about the thinking habits of successful people. Because the truth is, the way we think every day slowly builds who we become. It shapes our actions, our feelings, and our future. Our thinking slowly becomes our habit. Our habits then guide our actions. And over time, our actions shape the life we live. That is why paying attention to how we think is so important. When we learn to think like successful people, we naturally begin to act like them. And when our actions change, our results change too. So, what kind of thinking habits do successful people have? How do winners think in their everyday life? Let us look at 5 simple but powerful habits that you can start practicing today. Habit 1. Winners focus on goals. Successful people are clear about what they want. They do not live without direction. They have goals, and they remind themselves of those goals often. This clear vision helps them stay focused and motivated, even when life feels difficult. For example, imagine a student who dreams of becoming a nurse. Some days, her classes are hard. Some days, she feels tired or discouraged. But she keeps reminding herself, "I want to become a nurse." This goal gives her strength. It helps her manage her time better. She studies more seriously and avoids distractions because she knows where she is going. Habit 2. Winners learn from mistakes. Successful people do not fear mistakes. They understand that mistakes are part of learning. When something goes wrong, they do not quit or blame others. Instead, they ask, What can I learn from this? Imagine a man who starts a business but fails. He loses money and makes poor decisions. A fixed mindset would say, I am done. But a successful thinker reflects and says, now I understand what went wrong. Next time, I will do better. This habit turns mistakes into lessons. Over time, these lessons make him wiser, stronger, and closer to success. Habit 3. Winners stay calm during problems. Life will always bring challenges. Not everything will go as planned. Winners train their minds to stay calm instead of panicking. They do not waste energy on anger or fear. They pause, take a breath, and think clearly. When a problem appears, winners do not react quickly or emotionally. Staying calm helps them find better solutions and avoid making the situation worse. Habit 4. Winners take responsibility. Successful people take responsibility for their actions and their lives. They do not blame others or make excuses. When something goes wrong, they ask themselves, what can I do to improve this? For example, if a student fails an exam, a winner does not say, the teacher is unfair. Instead, they think, how can I prepare better next time? They focus on what they can control and take action to improve. Habit 5. Winners keep learning every day. Successful people never stop learning. They know that growth comes from learning new things. They read, watch educational videos, ask questions, and practice new skills. Even small daily efforts create big results over time. Imagine someone learning English. Every day they listen to a podcast, read a few pages, or practice speaking with a friend. These small actions may seem unimportant, but after months and years, they become confident and fluent. Staying calm and thinking clearly during difficult moments is especially important. How you react matters more than the problem itself. Winners learn to stay calm so they can solve problems instead of making them bigger. For example, imagine a teacher who prepares an online class. Suddenly, the internet stops working. A negative thinker may get angry or cancel the class. But a winner stays calm. She takes a deep breath and looks for solutions. Maybe she uses mobile data or changes the lesson format. Instead of giving up, she adapts and continues. Now let us talk about two very important parts of the winner's mindset: self-belief and confidence. Self-belief means trusting yourself. It means believing that you are capable of learning, improving, and handling challenges. Self-belief does not mean you think you are perfect. It means you trust yourself to figure things out step by step. Confidence is closely connected to self-belief. Confidence is the feeling that says, I can try, or I may not know everything yet, but I am willing to learn. Confidence helps people take action. Without it, many people stay stuck. They avoid new opportunities and stay silent about their dreams. With confidence, people move forward. They speak up, take chances, and try again after failure. Even when they fall, they do not stop because they trust that they will improve. One very important thing to remember is this: self-belief is like a muscle. You are not born with it fully strong. You build it over time. Just like your body grows stronger with exercise, your self-belief grows stronger every time you face a challenge, try something new, or continue after failure. Every small effort strengthens your belief in yourself. And the stronger that belief becomes, the closer you move toward becoming a true winner in your own life. Imagine a child learning how to ride a bicycle. At first, the child falls again and again. Sometimes they feel scared. Sometimes they feel frustrated. But each time they stand up, get back on the bike, and try again, something important happens. Their confidence grows. Their self-belief becomes stronger. One day, they ride without any help. The same thing happens with every skill and every goal in life. Your belief in yourself grows when you practice and keep going. This is how self-belief is built slowly, step by step. Think about learning English. If you are afraid to speak and stay silent all the time, your confidence stays small. But if you start speaking just one sentence a day, something changes. At first, it feels uncomfortable. But after a few weeks or months, you begin to feel stronger inside. Words come more easily. Situations that once felt scary start to feel normal. This is the power of practice. One of the best ways to build self-belief is by taking small steps. Many people try to change everything at once. When it feels too hard and they fail, they feel disappointed and give up. Winners understand something different. They know that big success always begins with small actions. For example, if you want to run 5 kilometers, you do not start by running all 5 kilometers on the first day. You start by walking. Then you jog. Slowly, day by day, you increase your distance. The same rule applies to learning English or achieving any goal. Start small. Read 1 page a day. Speak 1 sentence a day. Ask 1 question a day. These steps may look small, but they are very powerful. Each small step strengthens your belief in yourself. Another important tool is positive self-talk. This means the way you speak to yourself inside your mind. Many people say negative things like, "I'm not good at this," or "I always fail." These thoughts slowly destroy confidence. Winners choose a different way. Successful thinkers talk to themselves with kindness and encouragement. They say things like, "I can learn this, it's okay to make mistakes, and I'm getting better every day." These words may sound simple, but when you repeat them daily, they change how you feel and how you act. Keeping track of your progress is also very helpful. Try writing down your small successes. At the end of each day, ask yourself, "What did I do well today?" It does not have to be something big. Maybe you spoke 1 English sentence. Maybe you studied for 10 minutes. Maybe you asked a question or tried something new. Write it down. When you look back at your list, you will see proof that you are growing. On days when you feel discouraged, reading your progress can give you strength and motivation to continue. Small steps matter because they build a strong foundation. Just like a house is built brick by brick, success is built through small daily actions. These actions create habits. Habits become strong routines. And routines shape your life. So do not worry if your progress feels slow. Every sentence you speak, every page you read, and every mistake you learn from helps you grow. Keep practicing. Keep trying. Keep believing in yourself. Another very important thing is the people around you. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. If you are always around negative people who say, "You can't do this," building confidence becomes very hard. But when you spend time with people who encourage you, support you, and believe in your potential, your self-belief grows much faster. Remember this clearly: self-belief and confidence are not gifts you are born with. They're skills you build every day. Take small steps. Use positive self-talk. Write down your progress. Stay close to supportive people. Slowly, you will feel stronger inside. And once you truly believe in yourself, nothing can stop you from moving forward. Now let us talk about common challenges and how winners handle them. Everyone faces challenges. No matter who you are or where you live, difficulties are part of life. Even the most successful people feel fear, experience failure, and face rejection. The difference is not that winners avoid these problems. The difference is how they respond to them. Winners do not let fear stop them. They do not let failure break them. And they do not let rejection make them feel worthless. Instead, they see these challenges as part of the journey. They understand that growth always comes with difficulty. Let us talk about 3 big challenges: fear, failure, and rejection. First, fear. Everyone feels fear. Fear is a normal human emotion. We feel afraid when we try something new, speak in public, take a risk, or face the possibility of failure. Winners understand one important truth. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is a signal. It means you are growing. It means you are stepping outside your comfort zone. For example, if you feel scared to speak English in front of others, that fear means you care about improving. Instead of running away from fear, winners use it as a sign that they are moving in the right direction. When fear appears, they take a deep breath, accept the feeling, and take a small step forward anyway. Over time, fear becomes weaker and confidence becomes stronger. Let us continue with this idea. Imagine someone who wants to move to another country for work. Of course, they feel afraid. It is a big change, new language, new people, and a new culture. But instead of letting fear stop them, they prepare, learn, and take one step at a time. And this is exactly how winners move forward, one brave step at a time. Imagine a small child learning how to ride a bicycle. In the beginning, the child falls again and again. Sometimes the fall hurts. Sometimes the child feels like giving up. But every time the child gets back on the bike and tries again, something special happens. The child becomes a little braver, a little stronger, a little more confident. After many tries, one day the child rides the bike without help. This is not just a story about riding a bike. This is how learning works in real life. This is how confidence and self-belief grow. Nothing happens all at once. Everything grows step by step. The same thing is true for learning English or achieving any goal in life. Your belief in yourself does not come suddenly. It grows slowly as you practice and keep going. Every small action you take makes your self-belief stronger. Think about learning English. If you are afraid to speak and you stay silent every day, your confidence will stay small. But if you decide to speak just one sentence a day, something changes. At first, you may feel nervous. You may make mistakes. But after a few days, you feel a little better. After a few weeks, you feel stronger inside. After a few months, things that once felt scary start to feel normal. This is the power of practice. Small steps build big confidence. One of the best ways to build self-belief is by taking small steps. Many people make the mistake of trying to do everything at once. They set very big goals. When they fail, they feel disappointed and give up. But winners think differently. Winners know that big success always starts with small steps. For example, if you want to run 5 kilometers, you don't start by running all 5 kilometers on the first day. You begin by walking. Then you jog a little. Slowly, day by day, you increase your distance. Learning English works the same way. Start small. Read 1 page a day. Speak 1 sentence a day. Ask 1 simple question a day. These steps may look small, but they are very powerful. Every small step gives you proof that you can do it. And this proof builds strong self-belief. The power of positive self-talk. Another very important tool for building self-belief is positive self-talk. This means the way you talk to yourself in your mind. Many people are very hard on themselves. They say things like, "I'm not good at this," or "I always fail," or "I can't do English." These negative thoughts slowly destroy confidence. Winners do the opposite. They talk to themselves in a kind and helpful way. They say things like, "I can learn this. It's okay to make mistakes. I am improving every day. I don't have to be perfect." These sentences may sound simple, but over time they change the way your mind works. Positive self-talk gives you courage. It helps you keep going even when things are difficult. Track your progress. Another helpful habit is keeping track of your progress. At the end of each day, think about 1 small thing you did well. It doesn't have to be something big. Maybe you spoke 1 sentence in English, studied for 10 minutes, learned 1 new word, tried again even though you felt tired. Write it down. When you look at your list, you will see proof of your growth. On difficult days, reading this list can give you strength and motivation to continue. Why small steps matter. Small steps are powerful because they build a strong foundation. Just like a house is built brick by brick, success is built action by action. These small actions create good habits. Good habits become strong habits. And strong habits shape your future. So don't worry if your progress feels slow. Every effort matters. Every mistake teaches you something. Keep practicing. Keep believing. Surround yourself with supportive people. One more important point is the people around you. If you spend time with negative people who say, "You can't do this," it becomes very hard to stay confident. But if you stay around people who support you, encourage you, and believe in you, your self-belief will grow much faster. Remember, self-belief and confidence are not gifts. They are skills you can practice every day. How winners handle life's challenges. Everyone faces challenges in life. Fear, failure, and rejection happen to all of us. The difference between winners and others is not that winners have an easy life. The difference is how they respond. 1. Facing fear. Fear is natural. Everyone feels afraid when trying something new. Winners don't wait for fear to disappear. They move forward even when they feel afraid. They don't say, "I can't do this." They say, "I feel afraid, but I can prepare. I can learn. I can take one small step." Step by step, fear becomes smaller and confidence becomes bigger. 2. Learning from failure. Many people are so afraid of failure that they never try. But winners understand that failure is not the end. Failure is feedback. They ask, "What went wrong? What can I do better next time? What did I learn?" Every failure makes them stronger and smarter. 3. Handling rejection. Rejection hurts. But winners know that rejection does not define their value. It only means this was not the right opportunity or the right time. They keep going. They keep trying. They believe in themselves even when others say no. Remember, every successful person faced rejection many times. What made them winners was persistence. Think about this for a moment. Every successful person you admire has heard the word no many times in their life. They were rejected. They failed. They felt disappointed. But they didn't stop. They kept trying. They kept learning. They kept improving. And one day, they finally heard yes. That is the most important lesson. You don't need many yes. You only need one yes. And that yes will come if you don't give up. Another very helpful thing is to talk about your feelings with someone you trust. You don't have to carry everything alone. Talk to a friend, a teacher, or a family member. Sometimes, just saying your problems out loud makes your heart feel lighter. When problems stay only in your mind, they feel bigger. When you share them, they become easier to handle. Remember this: everyone has challenges. Everyone struggles. Feeling fear, failing, or being rejected does not make you weak. In fact, it makes you stronger. These experiences are shaping you. They are building your character. And here is something very important: celebrate your courage. When you face your fear, be proud. When you try again after failing, be proud. When you keep going after rejection, be proud. Stop for a moment and say to yourself, "I did not quit. I showed courage." That is what winners do. One challenge at a time, they build a strong mind. How to build a winner's mindset every day. Now you might be thinking, "This sounds good, but how do I actually do this in daily life?" The good news is you don't need to wait for a big moment. You can start today, right now, with simple habits. 1. Start your day with a plan. Many people wake up and let the day control them. They react to whatever happens. But winners don't live like that. Winners take a few minutes in the morning and ask themselves, "What are the most important things I want to do today?" You don't need a long list. Just choose 2 or 3 simple goals. For example, study English for 20 minutes. Finish one important task. Call or message a family member. Having a plan gives your day direction. You feel more focused. You waste less time. This simple habit helps winners move forward with purpose. 2. Be thankful for small things. Gratitude is a secret power of winners. Being thankful trains your mind to focus on what is good, not what is missing. Every day, try to notice small positive things. Maybe you had a good meal. Someone smiled at you. You learned one new word. You have internet to listen and learn. Before sleeping, think of 1 to 3 things you are thankful for. You can write them down or just think about them. This habit keeps your mind calm, positive, and strong. A positive mind is the foundation of a winner's mindset. 3. Speak kindly to yourself. This habit is very important. The way you talk to yourself inside your head shapes your confidence. If you always say, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," your belief becomes weak. Think about this. If your best friend said these negative things to you every day, how would you feel? You would feel sad and discouraged, right? So why say these things to yourself? Winners speak to themselves with kindness and encouragement. They say, "I'm learning. I can try again. It's okay to make mistakes. I'm getting better every day." These words may sound small, but they create strong energy inside you. Words are powerful. The words you say to yourself can either break your confidence or build it. Start paying attention to your thoughts. When you catch a negative thought like, "I'll never succeed," pause. Take a deep breath. Change it into something helpful. For example, instead of, "I can't do this," say, "This is hard right now, but I can improve if I keep trying." Treat yourself the way you would treat a good friend, with care, patience, and support. Don't give up when things get hard. Another key habit of winners is that they don't give up easily. Feeling tired, frustrated, or confused is normal. Everyone feels this way sometimes, even very successful people. Winners are not special because they never feel weak. They're special because they don't stop. They may take a short break. They may rest. But they always come back and try again. For example, imagine you are learning English and you find a grammar rule that feels very confusing. You read it again and again, but you still don't understand. You might feel frustrated and think, "This is too hard." A winner thinks differently. A winner says, "I don't understand it yet, but I will." They look for another explanation. They watch a video. They ask a question. They try again the next day. And slowly, the confusion becomes clarity. Becoming a winner, step by step. Sometimes you may think, "I'll never get this." This thought comes to everyone. But a winner does not stay with this thought. A winner changes it and says, "This is difficult for me right now, but if I keep working at it, I will understand it." This small change in thinking makes a big difference. When you talk to yourself this way, you help your mind stay open and strong. You allow yourself to grow slowly, step by step. This is how winners really grow, not all at once, but little by little. Every successful person in history has had moments when they wanted to give up. They felt tired. They felt confused. They felt like stopping. But what made them different was one simple decision. They chose to keep going. They didn't quit when things became hard. And you can do the same. Remember this clearly: you are stronger than you think. The ideas we talked about today may sound simple, but they are powerful. If you practice them every day, they can completely change the way you think and feel. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know everything. You just need to keep trying and keep showing up. Start your day with a simple plan. Choose 2 or 3 important things you want to do. Maybe it's studying English for 20 minutes. Maybe it's finishing one task. Maybe it's calling a family member. A clear plan helps you focus and use your energy wisely. Look for small things to be thankful for every day. Gratitude is a hidden strength of winners. It trains your mind to see what is good instead of what is missing. Before sleeping, think about 1 to 3 things you are grateful for. This habit keeps your mind calm, positive, and strong. Speak kindly to yourself. The way you talk to yourself matters more than you realize. Many people say negative things like, "I'm not good at this," or "I always fail." Imagine hearing those words every day from a close friend. You wouldn't feel confident at all. So don't say them to yourself. Instead, say things like, "I'm learning," "I'm improving," "I can try again." These simple words create powerful energy inside you. They help you move forward even when things are hard. And most importantly, don't give up easily. Everyone feels tired or frustrated sometimes, even the most successful people. Winners are not special because life is easy for them. Winners are special because they don't stop. They may rest. They may take a short break. But they always come back and try again. For example, when you are learning English and a grammar rule feels confusing, don't say, "I'll never get this." Say instead, "This is hard right now, but I will understand it if I keep trying." This mindset keeps you growing. You are stronger than you think. These small daily habits, planning your day, being thankful, speaking kindly to yourself, and staying strong during hard times are the habits of winners. And the best part is this, you can learn them too. So don't just listen to these ideas. Use them. Pick one small habit today. Maybe write your goals for tomorrow. Maybe say one kind sentence to yourself in the mirror. Do it today. Then do it again tomorrow. Over time, these small actions will build a strong winner's mindset inside you. Every step you take brings you closer to the person you want to become. Remember this. Thinking like a winner is not about being the best in the world. It's about becoming your best, day by day, step by step. It's about your attitude, your thoughts, your choices. You already have the power inside you. Now it's time to use it. Final review, the psychology of winners. Now we are coming to the end of today's talk. Let's quickly review what we learned. A winner is not just someone who has money, trophies, or fame. A real winner is someone who keeps growing, keeps learning, and never gives up. Success looks different for everyone, and that's okay. True success is about your own goals, values, and personal journey. Winners have a growth mindset. They believe they can improve through effort and practice. When problems come, they don't say, "I'm not good enough." Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" We also talked about daily habits that build a winner's mindset, setting goals, learning from mistakes, staying calm, asking for help, and learning something new every day. These habits may seem small, but practiced daily, they make a big difference. We learned about self-belief and confidence. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build slowly. Every small success, every effort, every time you try again, your confidence grows. And yes, winners feel fear. Yes, they fail sometimes. Yes, they face rejection. Sometimes winners are told no, but here is the big difference. They do not let fear stop them. They do not let failure break them. And they do not let rejection destroy their self-worth. Instead, they learn from these experiences. Fear shows them that they are growing. Failure gives them feedback. Rejection pushes them to look for new and better opportunities. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every problem becomes a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the next step. That is how winners are made. Finally, we talked about how to use all of this in daily life. Thinking like a winner does not mean making big changes all at once. You don't need to do something amazing or wait for the perfect moment. You can start today with small habits. Start your day with a simple plan. Choose 2 or 3 small goals you want to finish. Be thankful for small things. Gratitude helps your mind stay positive and focused on what is good. Speak kindly to yourself. Don't say, "I'm terrible at this." Say instead, "I'm learning. I'll get better." And keep going, even when it feels hard. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep trying. These habits may seem small, but together they build a strong and positive mindset. That mindset helps you face life's challenges and slowly become the person you want to be. Remember this clearly: winners are not born. They are made. They are made through their mindset, their habits, and their daily choices. And you can be one of them. Start today, one step at a time. Small actions can create big changes in your life. At first, you may not notice much. But when you repeat good habits every day, you slowly become stronger, more confident, and more positive. You don't need to wait for the perfect day. You don't need to wait for the perfect time. Ask yourself this simple question: what is one small thing I can do today to think like a winner? Maybe you can write down your top 3 goals. Maybe you can catch one negative thought and change it into a positive one. Maybe you can try something new, even if it feels scary. Or maybe you can remind yourself that mistakes are okay. You don't need to do everything at once. Just choose one small step and take it today. Remember, winners are not made in one moment. They are made through daily choices. Every time you try, you are growing. Every step forward is a win. Every mistake is a lesson. You already have everything you need to grow, improve, and succeed. All it takes is belief, action, and patience. Let's practice speaking. Before we end, let's do something special: a short speaking practice. This will help you improve your English and also help you think like a winner. After each question, pause and try to answer out loud. You can speak for 5 seconds or 30 seconds. Don't worry about grammar or being perfect. Just speak. Question 1. Who is a successful person you know? It can be someone famous or someone from your family, school, or workplace. What makes them successful? What do you admire about them? Question 2. What does success mean to you? There is no right or wrong answer. Try to explain your personal meaning of success in your own words. This practice is just for you. The more you speak, the better you become. Final message. The most important message from everything we talked about today is this: you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Small daily actions. A positive mindset. Believing in yourself. This is how success is built, not in one day, but little by little, every single day. So start today. Think like a winner. Act like a winner. Just try your best. Every time you speak, you improve. There is no need to be perfect. What matters is that you keep trying. Now, let's do some speaking practice together. Question 1. Who is someone you think is successful? This person can be famous, or someone from your family, school, or community. Think about why you see this person as successful. Is it because they work hard? Is it because they help others? Is it because they stay strong during difficult times? Say their name and explain why they inspire you. Question 2. What does success mean to you? Everyone has a different idea of success. For some people, success means having a good job or earning money. For others, it means being happy, learning new things, or helping people. What does success mean in your life? Try to explain your thoughts in your own words. Question 3. What do you usually do when you make a mistake? Everyone makes mistakes. That is normal. But how do you react? Do you feel upset or angry? Or do you try to learn from the mistake? Think about a real example from your life. What helps you move forward after making a mistake? Question 4. What is one small habit you can start today to think like a winner? Maybe you can start writing your goals every morning. Maybe you can speak one English sentence every day. Or maybe you can say something kind to yourself when you feel low. Choose one small and simple habit and describe it. Question 5. Have you ever felt fear or failed at something? Think about a time when you felt scared or when something did not go as planned. Maybe you tried something new and it was difficult. Maybe you failed an exam or missed a goal. What did you do after that? Did you try again? What did you learn from that experience? Take your time with each answer. Even short answers are okay. The goal is not perfect English. The goal is to practice thinking and speaking in English. This is how confidence grows. This is how fluency improves. Thank you so much for being with me today in this episode of Fluent English Journey. I hope today you didn't just learn about success and how winners think, but you also got a chance to practice your English, your listening, your speaking, and your thinking. This podcast is here to help you grow, not only in English, but also in life. Always remember this: thinking like a winner is a skill. And like any skill, you can practice it every day. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Small steps bring big results. So keep believing in yourself. Stay positive. Be patient with your progress. And never stop moving forward. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and keep thinking like a winner. You've got this. Take care, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode of Fluent English Journey.